Alyssa Markin's debut novel, Perilous Star, was a thrilling read that had me burning through the pages. And also, make sure that you stay tuned to the end of the video where I will be talking about how you, yes you, can win a copy of Perilous Star. Hello, writing pals, it's your girl, Xanna, and today I'm also talking with a lot of my reading pals, as today I am doing a book review. Something I don't do a lot of, but that I really like. I'm really bad at reading, honestly. I'm really busy, but I burned through this book in 2 days, and it only took me 2 days because I had to stop myself from reading on the first day, and I couldn't stop myself on the second day. So it would have been a 1-day read, was a 2-day read. Very engaging, very engaging, let me tell you. A lot of books, I find, they have to work to capture my attention, which is, usually the norm, but Perilous Star had me captivated from the first page, which is something that's really hard for books to do for me, because I'm very bad at paying attention to things. I get better, especially with, filming my videos about, I am literally doing it right now! Wow! Review. The plot of Perilous Star is that we follow Kaylee. Look, I finally learned how to say it! As she discovers not only can she control fire, which is every Avatar The Last Airbender watcher's dream, but that she is going to be trained to become the next Leo. That's right, the Zodiac are real! And I'm pretty sure Leo's hot, so Leo's my favorite for a lot of other reasons, but Leo's my guy. I will stan Leo for all of my days, unless Alyssa does something to change my mind, which would be pretty hard to do. Leo's where it's at, Alyssa. So the plot opens. We've got Kaylee, who is a strong female lead that doesn't need helped out of every single situation, and who isn't afraid to also be in touch with her feminine side, which I find is kind of rare in literature. Most of the time when you have a strong female character, she bashes on femininity. She bashes on her feminine self. Or women who are feminine, who enjoy feminine things like makeup, or sewing, or reading, or drawing, or making tables if we're in 1810. Or on the flip side, when you have a more feminine female character, she's usually super dainty and petite, and usually portrayed as childlike, or ditzy, or Maestro's feeder just turned, and he is thrilled. He thought he was going to starve to death. This is a common theme when his feeder turns in my videos. So like I said, it's very rare to find a female character who is both strong, doesn't need crazy rescuing, has a brain, and also doesn't mind being feminine. It was really exciting to read a character like Kaylee. Next order of business to talk about. This is my book that I write review stuff in. I have a book for everything, except my life. Yes, continuing to talk about the characters. They're all dynamic and wonderful. Every character has a purpose, and Alyssa did talk in her live stream that she did cut a couple of characters because it didn't feel like they fit their purpose, and I applaud Alyssa for that, because that's something that's very hard to do, to cut a character out. But every single character that was in her book is very purposeful. They each have their own goals and motivations, and even if characters share goals, they go about achieving it in different ways, which I think is really interesting. Each character felt unique. Each character felt human. And again, the same with how she wrote Kaylee. I find that's hard to do in books. I often find in books with a very large cast that I end up forgetting who people are. I don't understand what their role is. I don't know why they're in the book. I'm confused about their presence. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're serving this purpose. Oh, this is their goal. No, this is their goal. I have a really big problem with big casts in books. It's why, for the most part, the books that I work on, or the short stories I work on, don't have large casts. I'm not very good at writing this way. I think it's very hard to write well this way. I've seen it done all okay a few times. Alyssa did it wonderfully. She did it masterfully. This book has you engaged with every character, and this is a multi-POV book, which makes it even more amazing. Because with multi-POV books, usually there's a POV that I can't stand, or that I find myself skimming through quickly to get back to the characters I like more. But I didn't feel that way with this book. I was happy with every single character in the book. Their motivations made sense. Even the villains, I liked the villains. Their motivations are making sense thus far. And the POV switches happen when they need to. It doesn't feel abrupt or awkward or like, oh hey, remember that this person's a POV character? Because I didn't for a while. You don't have that feeling in this book. It's very well done. POV changes, wonderful. All the characters, dynamic, interesting, and engaging. Kaylee, great. Leo, still my fave. Going along with how the POV changes really seem to flow, I want to talk about the overall pacing of the story. The pacing was very well done. I didn't feel that there was a saggy middle anywhere, and the story was continually moving. I didn't feel like there was a lot of filler. I was always engaged while I was reading. Again, I said this would have been a one-day read had I not had to stop reading on the first day. I love this book so much, guys. You don't even understand. The pacing, very well done. Again, no saggy middle, no unnecessary actions or dependency on odd cliches in order to add drama to keep the plot moving. Sometimes I find with books that characters seem to do very out-of-character, stupid things to create drama or tension in order to keep the plot moving, and that's not always something that is on the author's part. Sometimes that could be on the publisher or the editors or things like that. You know, you need to beef it up a little bit in order to meet industry standards, things like that. I'm not saying that authors who use cliches are bad, or that their writing isn't good, or that they're relying on bad techniques in order to add bulk to their book or add drama to their book. Sometimes it is completely out of their control. I understand that. In the case of Perilous Star, I didn't feel that that was ever something that happened in the book. I didn't notice any cliches that had me going, really, Alyssa? Really? Or I didn't have any moments where I was like, Kaylee, you're doing this, or Luca's doing this, or anyone's doing this. It's like, why? This action doesn't make sense, you know? It was very purposeful. There we go. There's the word I've been searching for. TLDR, the plot. Everything was purposeful. That's a good word. I'm gonna remember that. I'm not going to, but I'm gonna try. I felt Perilous Star was a very strong start to the Western Zodiac trilogy. Oftentimes with books that belong to a series, I question the need for more books past the first one, where it feels like the first book wrapped up well enough and then the other books were just added on for drama. Again, this could be at the insistence of a publisher. But with Alyssa's book, book one wrapped some things up nicely. We understood what was going on, and it left enough open for more books to come. It is a trilogy. There will be 3 books. Very excited about them. I think she did a very good job of tying up a couple things in the plot, but in the process leaving some things open and more things being discovered at the end of the book that will thus create interest into the rest of the series. That's a very hard thing to do. I think it works out really well for her because she's planning for a trilogy, so she knows that she will have more books, whereas, again, with some other books, they write one, they aren't expecting it to become a trilogy, or they say there's the option for it, but just in case book one is tied up enough that it could be a standalone. I think understanding that this is going to be a trilogy worked very well for Alyssa. I think book one wrapped up wonderfully, and I think book one in general is just a wonderful read. And now, on to how you can win a copy of Perilous Star. I want to create some more hype for this book. I love this book. I think it deserves a lot of love. Alyssa gave it a lot of love. I've given it a lot of love. All the betas, all the ARC readers, the street team, everyone's given it the love it deserves. And honestly, let me be frank, I need the fandom to build for this book so that I have a lot more people to talk with about this book, okay? That's the only reason I'm doing this. These are my own selfish motivations. I need the fandom to be up here so that I have a lot of content and people to talk to about it. Please. I will have a Google form linked in the description bar down below. But first, there are a couple things that you have to do here first. First step is that you need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and make sure that your subscriptions are set to public. If they are not, I cannot see that you are subscribed to me, thus invalidating your entry. Second up is that I want you to comment down below what your zodiac sign is and if you believe in the zodiac. I am a Virgo and I give it absolutely no salt. Third is that you have to be following Alyssa and myself on Instagram. I will be announcing the winner on Instagram on May 7th in my stories and also probably in a post. So you need to be following both of us on Instagram. In the Google form, there will be a spot for you to upload screenshots proving that you are following us. I can also go into the following lists on Instagram and make sure that you are following both of us just as a failsafe and just in case you try to pull a fast one. Final quick little notes. This giveaway is only going to be open to those who have a valid US address. I cannot afford to ship anything outside of the United States. I hope in the future to be able to do international giveaways, but as of right now, that is just not possible for myself. You also, by US law, must be 18 years of age or older, or you have to have a parent or guardian's permission in order to enter. All of that will be listed in the Google form, have no worries, but just to recap, the things that you need to do here are subscribe to my YouTube channel, and why don't you ring the bell while you're at it so you get notified every time I upload a video. I upload about once a week. I'm very busy and very sick, so sometimes I don't get around to it. Leave a comment down below. What's your zodiac sign? Do you believe in the zodiac? And the rest will be in the form down below, so you make sure that all your boxes are checked there. But yeah, again, I'll be announcing the winner on my Instagram on May 7th, both in a story and in a post, probably. The post will be deleted after a while, after the winner gets back to me. Also, don't forget that if you win, you'll need to share your address with me. So if that's something that you're not comfortable with, think about that. I'm Xanna. Perilous Star is a wonderful book. I hope that you enjoy it. I will see you next time. Bye!